You know, chess grandmasters and even global superpowers, they have a secret for solving what seem like impossible problems. It's a powerful mental model called backward induction, and it's all about looking at the future in a completely different way so you can win in the present. Let's break down exactly how it works.
Seriously, think about it for a second. When you're facing some huge, complicated challenge, maybe in your career or even a personal project, where do you even start? For most of us, the instinct is to start right here, at the beginning, and just try to figure out the very next step. But what if that's all wrong? What if the real key is to start at the end?
And yeah, this is the whole secret right here. A grandmaster isn't just thinking one or two moves ahead. No way. They are literally visualizing the victory, the checkmate, and then they trace the best possible path backward from that win, all the way to the move they need to make right now. It's not about guessing, it's about reverse engineering success. All right, so let's pull back the curtain on this secret weapon. What we're really talking about is a strategic tool that can take overwhelming complexity and just turn it into a clear step-by-step roadmap. At its core, the concept is actually incredibly simple. You just start with the end. That's it. You define with perfect clarity what success looks like. What is that final desired outcome? And from there, you work your way back, one step at a time, until you land on exactly where you are standing right now. It literally transforms a confusing maze into a straight line. So let's really break it down. First, you need an absolutely crystal clear vision of your end goal. No fuzziness, no ambiguity. Second, you have to identify the absolute final action required to achieve it. Like, what's the thing that happens the moment right before you win? And third, you just trace the path back from there, figuring out each step you needed to take before that, until you arrive at the very first thing you need to do today.
And look, while this kind of thinking is perfect for a game like chess, its real power, its true power, is unleashed when you apply it to the real world. This is not just some theoretical exercise. It's a super practical tool for your career, your goals, pretty much your whole life.
So, okay, let's make this really personal. Let's bring this into a world that matters to all of us, our professional lives. How can you use this Grandmaster secret to actually architect your own career?
Now, seriously, take a second. Picture it. I don't mean a vague idea like be successful. I mean a specific role, a specific company, a specific achievement. What does that absolute dream job look like for you 10 years from now? Get that image clear in your mind.
Okay, got it? Good. Now let's work backward. If that dream role is your goal in year 10, what's the job you probably need right before that? Say in year 8 to be the top candidate. And to get that job, what key skills would you have needed to master by year 5? And to build those skills, what kind of foundational experiences should you be collecting around year 2? See? This brings us all the way back to today. Right now, what is the very first step you have to take to set off this entire chain reaction? All of a sudden, the path becomes totally clear. This really nails the difference. Most people just, they stumble forward through life. They're reactive. They take whatever opportunity happens to pop up, but there's no grand plan. But when you work backward, you become proactive. You are intensely goal-oriented. You don't just wait for opportunities to come to you, you actually create them. Okay, so we've seen how this works for you as an individual. Now, let's zoom way out, because this isn't just a powerful tool for people. You can actually see backward induction playing out on the world stage, shaping geopolitics for decades to come. A really fascinating example of this is China's massive Belt and Road Initiative. Now, if you're only thinking about short-term profits, this whole strategy can seem, kind of confusing. See, the strategists behind this have envisioned a very specific future, one with certain geopolitical and economic outcomes that are decades away. So all the things they're doing now, the infrastructure they're building, the strategic loans they're providing, the long-term partnerships they're forming, every single one is a carefully calculated step backward from that end goal. They're designed to make that vision of the future simply inevitable. And this is exactly why some Western analysts get it wrong sometimes. They look at a specific project that's losing money in the short term and they call it a failure, but they're missing the long game. Through the lens of backward induction, a short-term financial loss might actually be a brilliant strategic move to lock in a much bigger geopolitical win way down the road. So from the chessboard to your career path, all the way to the global stage, we see the exact same principle at work. It really comes down to a choice. Are you going to react to the present, or are you going to architect the future?
This is the single biggest takeaway. It's such a simple distinction, but it makes all the difference in the world. Stumbling forward kind of leaves your future up to chance, but working backward, that puts you in control. It's the difference between being a pawn and being a grandmaster in your own life.
So I'll just leave you with this question. Don't just think about what you hope to achieve someday. Instead, define the future you want so clearly, so precisely, that you can start working backward from it, step by step by step, until you know exactly what you need to do right now, today. So what future are you going to make inevitable?